What is up, guys? Sumner 2514 coming back at you again with some more Marvel Strike Force action. Today is March 1st, which is Tuesday, and we are logging in after being offline most of the day and uploading a video after missing a day or so. Unfortunately, we had some real life stuff that's just still on my plate, which should be coming to an end fairly shortly. So right now, the Omega Red event is live. There's still a little under 2 days left, and I am still, including the 5 shards that we're gonna get, I'm still 26 shards short of actually getting Captain Sam. So over the last several days, not just today, but over the last week, I have been refreshing up to 100. And in the last day or two, I've even been refreshing these up to 200 to try to get the shards required to get Captain Sam up to that 5-star level. If I can get him to the 5-star, the gear is going to be super easy. So I will then unlock Omega Red. And I really need to unlock Omega Red because I need more than one team to be able to take down Heroes for Hire in my war. Because even my Affinity Watch, being fairly large, is not getting the job done all the time. And there's, we have more than one Heroes for Hire that are show up, and we don't have a full alliance, let alone some of the people in the alliance don't participate or aren't large enough with their Infinity Watch, or if they have the Weapon X team, they're not large enough to take down an Infinity Watch either. So I need 2 to 3 teams to be able to take down Infinity Watch. I have been using, not Infinity Watch, to take down Heroes for Hire, but I have been using my Infinity Watch. Typically, for me, I can punch down against a Heroes for Hire 50k and win. If it's anything closer, usually I'll either lose that match or it'll be much closer than I'd like it to be, and some RNG sometimes. And then I've also been using my Eternals with Surfer and Loki and Heimdall, or just some other randos, to try to clear up another Heroes for Hire. They're still pretty big problem for my alliance to deal with, so I try to eliminate as many of those problems as possible. And if it takes me 3 teams to kill the Heroes for Hire so my alliance can progress, so be it. That being said, we're going to go through the store. We'll go through our war. We'll go through our arena. I'm going to go through just about everything here. In fact, I probably should get over to the arena so that we can get that going. And we'll come back to the store. But real quick, I'll explain these buys. I am just buying the teal gear that shows up. I was buying all 3, but I have stopped buying this one because my gold reserves are getting very low. In fact, I'm only at 2 million now, and I have been, basically out all week. That being said, we're going to jump over to the arena so that our 15-minute timer will reset, and we can definitely get a second one in on this video. We should be able to take this team out. We're going to just look around for a minute and see if there's anything else. We could also probably take that one down. I want to see if there's any that's maybe under the 100 mark, but I don't think we're going to get there. This is a 104 spot, and we should definitely be able to take that 104 spot out. There's a 100. We could not take that out with what I'm going after here. So we're going to look for that 104. Yeah, we'll take this 104. I know it's a few spots different, but we'll take our victory, and then we'll come in, and the next one will be under that 100 spot. And this is I don't want to jinx anything, but should be a guaranteed W for us here. And that's the big deal, is just getting the W's. So this is my comp. I'm hoping that with um, Emma Frost here, she can help our team speed up a little bit, and she does a pretty good job. Now I don't use Kestrel's ult, at least not on the first one. I do want to be able to kill Nebula, but she's got some death proofs there. That's all right. We're gonna clear all of those. But I don't use her ult because they have safeguards, so we're not going to clear all those debuffs. So we're not extremely worried about it. Now, Cersei's going to kill Nebula, so we'll focus on a different target. And just make sure we get like some sort of double tap or something there. Now, the strategy I use is to kill Nebula. She's got the assists, and I want to kill her as soon as possible. Now, I'll use Doom's explosion here. We'll work everyone down. And then we're going to basic on Emma because, usually if there's 4 of the 5 with this immunity here, then we won't do it the slow. But I think we're going to go ahead and use the slow because we can get Gamora and Nebula slowed. A lot of times I'll get 4 of the 5, and I don't think it's worth it. And Emma can still flip a buff, so we use her for the buff flipping there. I'm just kind of hoping to weather this storm here, which is their flurries of turns that they take there. We nail all 3. We want to hit as many of them as we can, as often as we can. Now, see, this is why we held on to her ult, because Moondragon here, or even Phyla Vale, don't have, or even Adam Warlock don't have the ult or the safeguard, so we can use her ult to clear that altogether. And then we're actually going to go ahead and we can stun Gamora. That's the plan, so that, and then we hope that we just don't make her take a turn. Or wipe her buff by killing her. Now we're going to try to focus on Nebula again, so that she'll stop assisting, and we can get this kill. Since we use the time platform, we should be in good shape. We got several of these guys out, which is going to be great to just work everybody down. And then, yep, we got Moondragon out of that, which was great. We're going to go ahead and use Icarus here. See if we can get Adam Warlock to kind of reset. And doesn't look like we're quite able to. And then we're ult. Now, unfortunately, we won't get the double tap because no one technically dies. But we're okay with that. And we're good here. We will hit both targets. That'll get Adam Warlock to reset. We'll use Cersei to rewind turn meter, and should be able to get after them now. Now we've got, usually Emma's not alive, so we're able to clear several of the buffs. I may need to upgrade my Emma's ultimate ability, but she's able to clear a lot of the buffs, and then we can just auto the rest of this here and take this team down. So like I said, the guaranteed W here on this 104 arena team, I put it on auto because we're a little concerned about time. And there we go. Finished off this team. Got our guaranteed spot there. And in 15 minutes, we'll be able to come back and finish up our last war attack, or our last arena attack for the day. Now, we're going to go in, and energy is still fine. We have some room to grow on our energy. We're going to collect our things here. And we're going to go into the supply store and just kind of, again, explain. I have been buying teal gear, just anything that shows up here, just buying it. I was purchasing all 3 for a while, but I severely depleted my gold reserves and needed to stop. Now, I was buying these as well. I am not going to spend gold on this currently. and if it shows up in my Blitz or my raid store, I'll purchase it over there. I did purchase this. I still have 3 characters. Thanos is kind of falling out, but I still want Silver Surfer and Deathpool to be able to upgrade, so I want to make sure I have enough things to upgrade them. We'll purchase our war refills, and I absolutely do not need any other characters in the Blitz store. So we're done with our Blitz purchases there. I need Sharon Carter. There's a couple characters that'll still pop in here that I need. I have plenty of raid credits, so we scroll down until we see the purple gear, and we're just kind of looking for anything in low amounts, or even those superior focus catalyst, which are the little red targets. There we go. I still completely refuse to purchase any character at 975 arena credits. And it's still fine because these characters down here, although not terrific, I can just knock them out by purchasing their gear down here. It's not great, but I do want to be able to have everyone finished up, and this just helps me get closer to them. I know that I need 630 AIM Researcher shards, and once I get 630, I'll be done purchasing him. I need 500 Armored Guard. Once I get 500, I'll be done there. And then obviously just the 300 here. Now for our... and there's nothing else that we need to purchase over here. For our War Store, we are still purchasing Bishop, and a couple other characters that show up there. Now, I've been avoiding purchasing very many things in the War Store because the credits are definitely valuable. So I don't exactly need this. I probably will and probably should purchase it, but for 2,000 war credits, that is almost two character buys, and I only have just over 5,000, and I'd rather save it if I get like a double day, or sometimes I'll be purchasing a character shard every day. That being said, we'll come over to our Silver and Gold Star promotion credits here. It'd really be nice to purchase that Silver Surfer, but we are only at 46, which is fine. I have been wanting to purchase something out of this. Dagger's not a terrible option. There's a couple other characters I would much rather purchase, and I know the moment that I do purchase this Dagger, the next store that's going to show up will be for 150 silver promotion credits for something that I would prefer to have. So we're going to just hold off and not purchase the Dagger. I believe my Dagger is still very small, so for me it's not a terrible waste because I'm not actually using that character, and purchasing that would feel win more-ish when I'm not even there. As far as our ISO gear here, any of these that are in the double digits, so this controller focus, I am purchasing. I just purchase them whenever any of them are in the double digits. I feel like triple digits is perfectly fine. I'm able to very quickly get a character up if I really need to, and just continuing to have those purchased if they're in the double digits helps with that, in my opinion. As you can see, my my gear here for orange gear, my Ultimus orbs, I have lots of them now as I'm starting to get more and more characters into that Ultimus, becoming Ultimus food. Lastly, we have our costumes, and it looks like we could get this Silver Surfer costume. They're kind of cool. We do have the 5,000 or the 50,000. It looks like it's probably specifically made to purchase him, so we'll go ahead and just do it because we can. It is pretty cool. This is I want this WandaVision costume for Vision. I do have the actual WandaVision 50s sitcom here for Wanda, and I'd really like to get this one. However, I don't know how to even go about it. It says limited, and it doesn't seem like it's something you can actually purchase or get to. that being said, that's all of our regular purchases. We're gonna go through the store here. Um, I would recommend watching Mobile Boomer or Mobile Gamer. He does a much better evaluation, and a lot of my evaluations still similar to his as far as what I would purchase here. Um, I don't think that 50 shards for $25 is worth it. Wait until they sell 50 shards for $5. That's where that evaluation should be. Um, Now, this is, I need Captain Sam. If you're needing any of these characters that are in this shard, probably worth a purchase um, so that you can unlock Omega Red. Um, I'm not going to talk too much about these purchases. I do believe that this is a fantastic purchase, um, especially if you're resetting things. 175 cores to purchase the energy if you are, which is basically 2 energy refills, is going to cost you, for me, since I have been resetting my energy, is going to cost me more than this. So I'll purchase this bonus in the Blitz energy, which I don't burn through enough. So that's a fantastic value for me, and anyone else who just kind of has additional cores. I just burned several thousand cores, but I was at about 5,000. If you check out the video from a day or two ago, it was close to 5,000 cores, and I burned a ton. This is also another very good purchase, I think, especially if you're pushing for that level 80, or again, if you don't mind resetting your store and you're trying to just get shards for an Omega Red. This would be a fantastic purchase. I am, however, not going to purchase it, as personally I have reached my budget for purchasing, and I still want to keep an available option for budget for something closer to this. If they were to sell this for the 50 shards for $3 on the calendar, I'd be all over that. That's the best purchase. The other one is standard. Another decent purchase here. Now, if we compare that to this one up here, which was $5 for the 600 energy. Yeah, $5 for 600 energy. This is $10 for only 200 more energy, and you get some additional things here. Not a terrible purchase, but I still think that just get the other one first, and then if you still need energy, then that's fine. 99 cents for this is the training orb. Not terrible. So I think this is a good one. I think Mobile Gamer does suggest that this is also a good orb to purchase, and the evaluation is about spot on where it should be. No, none of these are good. I guess if you're pushing in raids and that's going to help you, sure. I don't think so. This just blitz harder. None of these are worth any purchase. So just kind of scroll down to see if there's any additional core offers. Last week or so they had you could buy something for 8 cores, and I just picked it up every time because it felt worth it. Now don't forget to check out the additional store on the website for additional offers through Scopely themselves. That being said, that's going to bring us to the end of our store because I didn't feel there was anything that I wanted to purchase there. Now I do need to go spend my energy. I'm a real big stickler of my energies actually not moving, and if I probably click on this again, we're going to be back at the 5 minutes, or it's just going to not do anything. So we are going to reset our Captain Sam again, and we're going to dump another 100 energy into it. And unfortunately, I'd rather not dump 200 more cores, as I am going to have to core this event some more tomorrow to try to get more Captain Sam. So that brings us, and I did that several times already today, and I won't have the cores to continue doing that. Now that's fine because we still have plenty. All I've done with my energy today is dump it into Captain Sam. We still have plenty of other characters that I do need to grind shards for. So Captain Sam, Yelena. I don't believe Maria Hill because she is a raid store, I believe. Raid store. But Moon Knight down here is available in a node, and then I think that's all the characters that I have that are listed here on a raid store, or in a node. My apologies. I will eventually farm Taskmaster shards, but he's actually, in my opinion, I'm saving him for after my Kree minions. Kree minions are going to lead me to Nick Fury, and then that's just another character I don't have to worry about. So we're going to go, actually, I think I only have 70 energy left, so we'll farm this one, which will take 60 of my 70. The other one would still need 80 to full clear it. So, my explanation here is I'm actually currently working on Sharon Carter. I don't know if she's moved since my previous video, but I'm working on leveling her up, and then we'll gear her up. I was kind of worked on Kitty Pryde just a little bit for, I think one of the previous events needed Kitty Pryde built up or something. So I built her up so that I could finish that event. And I will work on her again. But right now, Sharon Carter is my current focus. I will switch focus to Maria and Captain Sam if I can get Captain Sam to that 5-star level so that I can get Omega Red. Otherwise, they'll be backburnered. Continue to backburner them until I can get Omega Red. My next focus, I'm actually working on Taskmaster's ISO shards here, and we're going to just farm his shards. My process, and I've gone through it all already today, but I'll go around the circle, keeping them all even, just hitting those 24s as often as I can. Now, if I do get 12, I'll start to work on it. But I go around and I keep them even, and once this one's finished for the day, or I've been working backwards. So when this one was finished, I went to this one, and then this one, and this one, and this one. When this one completely finishes, then my main focus will be here and kind of filter back around. I don't know, OCD or something you want to call it. It's just the way that I take care of that. That being said, we are going to move on. The rest of these characters, I will work on Hydra Grenadier as well. He is, again, another back burner character, but I do need to work him up. Kree minions are here strictly for just farming their shards so I can get Nick Fury. And I actually favorite all the new tunes that come out. I put them as hearts, and I use it as kind of a line break here. So obviously, you know, they're gray and I don't have them. And then these are all the characters that I've taken to 80 or 81 and have, you know, gear up. Once I reach whatever I'm doing with the character out of here, I will unfavorite them, and they just fall into wherever they're at, and I'll work around to working them up again, or go find them if I feel like I need to farm them or do something with them again, and bring them back up here. But the idea is, when I get them, I want to have them available if I do need to work on them, and all the new characters I need to work on. As you can see, you know, it's new character, all these new characters here, and they're all very small as I'm working through other characters. So we're going to collect our couple milestones for whatever we did, and now we need to go on to our war. We need to knock out a couple of our war attacks. We're currently losing, but that's fine because the strategy for our alliances, we actually drill down one side of each room until we get to the bottom, which is a full clear. But we are also looking for reactor, medbay, bridge, barracks, and I believe we also added an additional one. We had somebody that's new to the alliance that made some additional attacks. We cleared that up, but if we focus on what we're doing, we're typically able to win wars if we focus. If we don't focus, we lose. Now obviously we've drilled down here. The point in drilling down quickly is so that we don't use a ton of our great teams or our good teams, and we can hopefully find these bigger teams and punch into them with majority of our alliance still having plenty of large teams available to do so. That being said, I don't believe that I can punch into any of these teams and get anything out of it. This Infinity Watch would probably take my Infinity Watch or Eternals. I'd rather save it for a Heroes for Hire. I want to see what we cleared out of here. It looks like we cleared some, I don't know, Wave 1-ish with Fantastic Four-ish and Captain Marvel. Some, I don't know, mixed garbage here. And some additional, maybe Hydra. So they got Hydra, Ultron. And it did pull Togo's Silver Surfer. A bit scary there. Also looked like we used a Black Bolt into that, so that is a bit scary as well. That we kind of used some bigger teams there for that. I could probably launch into this Wakanda Coulson here. Let's see what we can do to take in this Wakanda Coulson. Probably easily throw Black Order at it. Now my Shadowlands is pretty small. I don't really want to throw X Factor at it. I'd rather save X Factor for maybe something larger. I don't think that Power Armor would be able to take it down. They can punch pretty hard, but I'd be scared that we'd put this Black Panther into offense up and then not be able to kill him, especially since Shuri's going to give him defense up. Now, everyone says, oh, Power Armor's dead and they're not a great team. In my level of war, my Power Armor will still punch up about 100k. If this team was, a little closer to the 500, 550 mark, I'd probably go into it with my Power Armor and wouldn't have a ton of trouble. However, I believe that we're probably going to end up taking our Black Order into either this Black Order, which would be a punch up, pretty decent punch up too. It's 680 versus my 590, so it'd be 100k punch up. Or, which I'll probably end up doing here, is we'll just take our Black Order against this and just clear it out. Seems like a fairly guaranteed win for the Black Order here, so we're gonna take that. If you have any suggestions on any of those teams, maybe we could look at clearing something out and getting somewhere. Now, I think that probably attacking over here, staying away from this Black Panther, just because I don't want to offense it up. However, looking at it, maybe this immunity is probably not a great place to put Thanos' basic, because we can just get the bleed on 3 different people instead of 2. Now, Black Panther does look like he went offense up anyways, so that's kind of annoying. Let's see. Thanos will have a flip, and although I typically like to save that, I think with all these buffs that they got going on, the Thanos flip will probably be useful. We'll use this, give our team counterattack and defense up, so we're fantastic there. Now I do want to go back into this side again. I want to try to get this Shuri down as fast as possible. We'll use the flip, clear all those positive effects, make the taunting over here. We lost. It's not a terrible thing. We did end up losing, obviously, Corvus Grievous. Kind of annoying. Now we've got a stun. I kind of want to save the stun and see just where we're at, but I did want to kill a Shuri there, so we'll use that basic on to kill Shuri. We'll get our health back up. Now we've got the stun again, which is fantastic, and I think using it against Killmonger is going to be ideal. He wasn't about to take a turn. Coulson obviously was, but I think this is a small enough Coulson that we should obviously have been able to kill him, and we are able to take him down there. We'll go ahead and get Black Widow out of the way, and then finish up on the Killmonger. So, not really an issue. Black Order is still a decent team, especially in my level of war. So good Black Orders are still good Black Orders. They might not be able to take out the new hotness, but they can still, take out old garbage. Now, this Infinity Watch with Shang-Chi, I'm not even sure what we'd want to throw at it. We don't want to throw X Factor because Shang-Chi, but we don't want to throw our Infinity Watch in case. So we're not going to have Heroes for Hire because Shang-Chi is not would be in that Heroes for Hire team. So if there's a Heroes for Hire, it's hiding over under Iceman here, and we want to conserve that for this. Now, what do we want? So I'm not interested. I'm not interested because I want to find the Heroes for Hire, and again, there's no Heroes for Hire because we know Shang-Chi is on this weird team here, so we don't need to worry about looking for a Heroes for Hire from Sepul Fry. Iceman, however, may still have a Heroes for Hire, so we need to try to find his Heroes for Hire. Now I've only got one free energy war attack left, and we got an hour until we get our next one. So what I'm going to do is maybe look to try to take out this Black Order. Now Black Order, for some reason they put healer on everyone, which those ISOs seem completely wrong. I don't even know why you would put healer on any of them. Maybe Cole needs healer, but I think Fortifier is becoming another option again, especially since he goes over and over and he can get that shield. Maybe Ebony Maw being a healer, but I'm not sure because this is a health drain and less of a heal. The problem is we still have several other rooms that are up that are boosting this room that we need to get through. Now, we know that since Reactor is here, and we're looking for a total of 4 rooms, Reactor being here means that Bridge, Medbay, and Barracks have to be in, three of these, probably 4 spots. So for my alliance, I'm going to open up this additional side for attacks because we want to be able to clear this. Our goal is to drill straight down the middle, one half of every room, and then clear the bottom room. And we're looking for those 4 rooms that I described. Once we get to those 4 rooms, those are full clear on site. And I just know that even full clearing Reactor is not going to find us all 4 of those rooms. So I'm going to open this hangar up for my alliance. If they can make additional attacks, they can attack in a hangar, and then full clearing it will at least open up these other 2. Maybe we find Medbay or Barracks in there, and maybe take down some of these buffs. I'd really like to go into this Black Order just to get rid of it. I'm not overly terrified of it, but you know, it's got a 40% med bay, barracks, cargo bay. That's our other one, is cargo bay, we can look for as well. And you know, what we want to eventually do is we do need to get this reactor down. I think I'm going to launch into it. We're going to see if we take X factor into it. It should be, theoretically, we should be able to mop this up without too much of an issue. So we're gonna go ahead and look to mop them up. Now the deflect, or the disrupt hurts, but it's okay. Now we will go ahead and use her ult to clear the defense up into a defense down. We're going to also put defense down on everyone, except apparently Ebony Maw, because he has disrupt, which is fine. And then we'll use the middle ability, which actually helps us clear out almost the entire team, if you think about it. We'll pull everyone in towards this Ebony Maw and able to clear out that. And honestly, we could probably go just auto here, and they would clean up pretty easy. And it was a punch down, and you know, it's a better team against the old Black Order here, but it's fine. I want to take out Ebony Maw. I'm not too worried about Thanos. I knew we were going to eat his ult anyways, but I might be able to get rid of Ebony Maw before his ult, and we were. So we didn't get the health steal. And fantastic. We were able to clear that team. Maybe if we find that Heroes for Hire, I'll purchase the energy, and depending on how big it is, we'll take our Infinity Watch into it. Or we'll take our Eternals plus Surfer into it. We don't find it, which is fine. We did open up another smaller room here, so maybe somebody will come in and say, "Oh, I can take out this." Gosh, I never remember. I always blank on names when I'm talking about it. Inhumans. Maybe they'll take out this Inhuman team. It was really scary looking at all those big numbers on these front four, but this guy might be fronting, you know, where he'll put all his good teams up front, hoping that you just don't attack into him, and then you know, he's got some weaker teams in the back. These are some rather large teams, so you know, it's not a terrible idea. They're pretty large. Now, hopefully, the rest of my alliance will take out Mailman here. Maybe open up and see if we can find barracks or medbay, which will reduce that health pool on a lot of these guys, and actually shrink that team power, so it doesn't look as scary trying to go into it. But we've got the other rooms blocked off, so they don't go touching those rooms. We're not interested in clearing this one or flight deck currently. Probably open them up towards the end of war tomorrow if we haven't cleared that. But I have a feeling that a good chunk of my alliance will get on and end up clearing out these this hangar or reactor, and then picking up the other 4 rooms and picking them off. It's always scary at the start of our war, because we always look like we're far behind. Oh, I don't want to give away too much of our secrets here. But I do need to go in and boost, because apparently they have found our reactor, and I don't want them to take it down. We can put a boost on. Let's see, these are front 4. They'll see. We'll go ahead and boost this Doc Ock over here, and we'll just back out and let it happen. All right, excuse me. Had to sneeze there. All right. Um, all right. Last bit of energy coming through. We'll go ahead and grab that. Finish up here. Dive back in. We'll do a little bit of seed theory. I got some Sharon Carter that I do need to level up. Sorry, excuse me again. All right. So as I said, I just kind of work through. We have the ISOs to spend here, so we'll dump those and this, and then bless me, excuse me. All right. The weather's been nice the last couple days, and I have allergies, and sitting here at night gets my nose running. All right. Hopefully, I'll make it through this now. We did get the 80 energy, and we will go ahead and just dump it here. I'm sure there's other things I could probably be using it on, but at the moment, I don't need gear for many of my characters, and I farmed the shards that I was looking for. So at this point, check on my raid energy, make sure it's not full. This one is, but I have elected to choose this middle lane here, and for me, it's fairly difficult. I'm not sure why Duck didn't bother to, finish one of these lanes, and instead jumped through it. That doesn't actually help us. So, anyone that is in an alliance and wondering like how you're supposed to do raids, the goal is not to get here. I mean, the ultimate goal is, but really the goal is to clear as much as you can on the way there. So Duck jumps. I did this. Duck cleared here, where a dumb warlock was, which means that he jumped in front of a dumb warlock when he could have just gone up this side and cleared out this side and still made a large run into wherever he's at now. I don't quite understand some people or their logic, but that's the way that you should do raids. There's no reason for us to push to get to the end when it's 28% complete. Now with him jumping through, that's a percentage of completion that we're never going to get unless somebody else comes back and cleans it up. I, however, am stuck on this node because I've elected. I was on these outer two sides, and I've elected to go this inner node to try to help my alliance because I believe that probably other people have Avengers or Guardians built up versus having their AIM or Brotherhood or Shield built. So I've elected to try to go up this middle here, and it's proving much more difficult than I would like because mine are not built. However, on this side of the raid, fairly easy. Looks like we're I don't have anyone on my side here. We don't have anyone here. We do struggle to get some people to do this. We're gonna dump one raid fight here. I should probably switch one of these characters to a healer. But this is the comp I've been using just to auto these raid nodes. Between the ping from hitting the defense down character from Kestrel, them going into red and Black Bolt pinging them, and Deathpool killing anyone or hitting anyone that after a death, teams just melt. So as you see, we ult with Icarus and Cersei, and everyone will go into red, and then Deathpool will pick on the lowest character for all those deaths, and then attack everyone until the new thing spawns. With the new spawn, unfortunately, she doesn't remember that she had like 7 kills still, and it moves there. And then what we just saw was that we put Mordo into red, Black Bolt pinged and killed him, which let Deathpool go and ping somebody else. Now, I prefer that we do this, where that just happened. We were able to ping another character, got him into red, Black Bolt kills him, she goes and hits somebody else, and it's all kinds of free damage that, we're not actually expending energy or turns or anything. And then she's likely to clean everyone up. Now, if Deathpool kills somebody, unfortunately, she doesn't. Her passive doesn't trigger if she kills somebody. Now, that's why I want Black Bolt to ping and kill them, and I want her to put the other characters into red so that Black Bolt can ping and kill them, so that she can use her passive again. And it kind of just builds on itself. So we're going to go ahead and put this on auto, and you can just kind of... Well, actually, we won't. We'll take it off auto, because I like just watching, the perpetual motion machine here in action. Like I said, if she kills them, unfortunately, it doesn't quite work the way I want it to. But you just saw there, it worked exactly how I described, where we're able to put them in red, ping them with Black Bolt. Black Bolt kills them, and then she goes and puts somebody else in red, and then Black Bolt kills them. And we'll probably see it. Oh, we didn't see it because she double tapped on him. But if we build up our death pool a little bit more, I think that even in this difficulty of the raid, it'll be when she might be able to take almost a full health character from green to red. Black Bolt should be able to ping and kill them, and our perpetual motion machine is unstoppable at that point. Obviously, like these tanks like Drax and stuff are going to give that a little bit of a challenge, but we'll take it. Now, because she ulted there, and the ult is what killed, that's why she got the double tap. Black Bolt there's pinging and killing. So as you can see, it's a pretty good perpetual motion machine that it just kind of feeds itself, and we don't go through a lot. And then with her passive, when somebody dies, she also chucks out ability energy. We're almost ulting somebody is ulting every single turn. Whether it be Icarus, Cersei, Kestrel. Unfortunately, I wish Black Bolt ulted more often, because his will, hits everyone, where Kestrel's only hits the one. I've thought about replacing Kestrel. The ping is great, but I've been thinking about maybe trying to put Invisible Woman or some other healer with this group. The problem with this is, as you can see, Black Bolt's health is diving down, and I don't have any. No one has a healer ISO, and he's the only one that doesn't heal himself. So, if Black Bolt dies, the machine kind of dies with that. So we usually don't have too many problems with many of the nodes. Let's see if we can find a healer to kind of put in here. Now, I wouldn't mind. Obviously, I want a beefy healer. I wouldn't mind maybe Doc Ock. He can provide lots of healing for the team. Emma Frost with the healer ISO, and providing barrier for herself. She's probably not going to take a lot of damage. She got a giant health pool as well. Or Invisible Woman being able to clear debuffs, provide shields. And then I have her with the healer ISO so she can heal. I think Doc Ock's probably going to be the right choice. His ult still hits everyone, and that's kind of what we want. Is we want ults to hit everybody. Deathpool being the only one that we don't care what her ult does, because she's not actually there really for any of her abilities other than her passive. So we'll let her ult on Drax. She'll get the double tap for the purple there. We're going to go ahead and pop out healing on everyone, which I should have seen that Strange was going to go, and that was a terrible choice. But I don't think it'll hurt us too bad. It looks like Black Bolt's already recovering from the bleeds that were put on him. And with Doc Ock having the option to also be that healer ISO, we're able to kind of heal up as we go. Deathpool heals herself. The Eternals heal themselves. Doc Ock having the heal helps out. We are going to go ahead and get rid of Strange, just so this one doesn't flip. He doesn't flip and he won't res. This ult should kill somebody. Guess it didn't. But here's our perpetual motion machine. Like I said, I think I need a little bit more gear on my death pool so that machine just keeps churning. In these later parts of this raid, it does get the machine does get a little clunkier. We should be able to just kind of basic the rest of these down. So we'll auto basic and let any of our pinging and stuff happen. So, like I said, I'd been thinking for a little while about switching out somebody for Kestrel, and I think Doc Ock with my size on my Doc Ock is probably fine. So if you have similar size Doc Ock or similar size team, you can see we just easily chew through most of those nodes, and it goes much faster when I put it on autoplay anyways. And the machine just churns out kills and deaths. So my death pool probably needs to be a little bit larger. I have not upgraded this final because I'm not. This doesn't really matter to me for what I'm currently using her for. I probably will T4 it. I do have all the T4s in the rest of them. I believe the basics having the additional attacks there. This transferred all negative effects from this character to the primary target and gave us additional damage when she does her special, which I should probably do her special more than I should do on her ult. And then death comes for us all. Obviously, T4'd that because that's the passive. But we will get our death pool up to G15. One of these is a purple piece, I believe. No? They all? Oh, they're all orange or green. Well, that's embarrassing. We could equip this, get her a little bit of gear here and here, which might help that move on. But right now, she's delegated down here to the. I got her to 18 in gear 15, or got her to 80 in gear 15. So we'll probably just leave her alone. If we move into some additional difficulty levels on that raid, then I'm sure I will put some more gear on her. And once I get several more characters up to 80, then I will start moving them into that 81 slot and moving on from there. That being said, we are here. I really thought I had finished out the Deathpool ones, and I was so tempted to spend the additional money to get this today, and I kind of just spaced it off and didn't end up doing that. Kind of annoying. I wish there was like a last chance to purchase all of that would pop up in the store, like, hey, you reached it. Did you want a last chance purchase on these? And it was like maybe just available for 24 hours after that, so you could go back and collect all those, the ones that you missed. I'm sure they would make a little more money on that. Maybe not. Maybe they would. I don't know. Still offer it for $20, and last chance offer to get your whatever you got. That being said, let's move into the quick seed theory here, where we need to spend 400,000 gold to reset our seed, and it will open some orbs. I am running low on orbs, which is great because this number was like up in the thousands like a month or two ago, and I just kind of started doing seed theory whenever I felt like it. Now we don't have 10 gold orbs, so I don't want to use my gold orbs. I kind of wait until I get 10 of those, and then I'll use those. So we have 23 of these left. This was up in the like 700s or something. I had a lot of these. So for those who don't know what seed theory is, it's a theory that your orbs are in a certain goodness, or that good orbs come in a series of orbs, and the only way to get out of the current seed you're in is to spend 400,000 gold, and then you have 10 orbs to figure out if you're in a good seed. Once you've figured out if you're in a good seed, then you have 10 additional orbs after that will have a increase drop rate, and most people use it for red stars. I'll do the same. That being said, to find out if you're in a good seed, you need to have a drop rate under 3%. So I use specific orbs just because it's easy to remember, and I don't have the brain power to remember all of them. So with this milestone orb, on the left-hand side, if I get 200 of the 4-star silver star promotions, I know that I've gotten a under 3%er. And the center pillar will give me 10 shards of either Symbiote Spider-Man or Emma Frost. I still need Emma Frost, so we're kind of gunning for that. However, I don't need any more Symbiote Spider-Man. The right-hand pillar, we get lots of kind of gold drops and stuff, but unfortunately none of them are under that 3%, so it's not useful. The other really easy orb to remember, and the reason I said it earlier, is our gold orbs. Gold orbs, anytime you see 1,000,000 on either side, you know you're in a good seed. And the center pillar actually has this 350,000 is a 3%er as well. Some people say you can go on this 175, but I don't believe it, and it never seemed to work for me. However, every time I've hit any of these, it works. Or seems to. Now, like I said, I don't have 10, and I only like to do it with 10 because 9 orbs is not 10 by definition. And if I were to open those 9 orbs and then like the 10th orb would be the actual one that would put me in my good seed, I'd have to change to a different orb. Now, I could use 9 of those and then 1 of this, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to use all 10 of these because it's easy to stay right here. So we'll open 1. We know that I was at 23, so I know once I get down to 13, I will have opened all 10 orbs. And we're looking for that under 3%er on the left or the center pillar. So we've opened 2. This will be 3. And then 4. 5. Now remember, this right pillar, although it's a gold, it comes down in gold, it's like an 8% option. So not good enough for the seed theory. And we're not getting any of the drops we need. Now that's Symbiote Spider-Man, but it's 5 shards. And for seed theory, once again, we needed that 3%er, or 1% in this case, and it's 10 shards. So that's a 5% drop, which is great. We got Symbiote Spider-Man, not who we're looking for. I'd prefer Emma to be there, but it is what it is. However, that right there, that is our under 3%er, which means that my next 10 orbs, in theory, are going to have an increased drop rate of whatever special ability it is. So I like to do it with red orbs, and it doesn't really matter which one of these I'm looking at. What I want to do, and what you want to do, is you want to just jump into the orb and then scroll all the way down to the bottom. And then we're looking for this. So Dr. Voodoo has a 15% chance to drop. And now, I didn't really plan to do much seed theory, but my goal, my red star goal for most characters when they come out is a minimum of a 4-star. Now, I believe that the hunters, the Dark Hunters, are going to be good, and I would really like to get him at a 5 or 6-star. Now, I'm not going to use my 6 stars. I'm only going to use these for legendaries, and unfortunately, he's not a legendary. But we do have some 5-star orbs to open, so we'll go ahead and open a couple of these. So I want to save some so that when the next character drops, I do have that option to use these if I want. So I will commit 2 of these to him, and then I will commit about half of my 4 stars, so we'll commit 5. So it's 7 total orbs, and then we'll go into the regular orbs and open the remaining 3 of those. So the reason that again that count is 10, because your next 10 orbs have an increased drop rate, and we would like the increased drop rate for the increased drop rate of Dr. Voodoo. So we're gonna go ahead and open this. Like I said, I would like to target him at a 5 red. I don't know if I'll get the 5 red initially. As far as I don't know if I'll get the 5 yellow to fill out the 5 red, but 5 red is our target here. So we're going to go ahead and do a countdown, and we're looking for a 5 red Dr. Voodoo using seed theory. So in 3, 2, 1, Voodoo. Looking for, and there it is. Boom. Right off the bat. Got what we were looking for. So we're done. We don't need to target him anymore. So that's, I will continue. I'll go open the other red stars, but I don't need to use any of these higher ones. I'm not going to get him any higher. I could potentially open another orb and maybe get him at a 6 or a 7-star out of this red orb, but I'll just save it. It'll be useful later for a legendary that we get, because the next legendary, I will commit my highest stars to down through it. So this will just give us an extra one to use towards our next legendary. That being said, that was 1, and it was a perfect shot. We essentially called our shot there, got our 5-star Dr. Voodoo. So we have 9 of these orbs left to open, which means when we get to 107, our seed will be dead, and we'll just have to reset the seed. So all we're looking for, unfortunately, we only get 1 of those dark promotion credits, and you need so stinking many of them to upgrade Ultimus or Ultron. That's super annoying, and there's always a character. Ooh, look at that. Look at that's another good drop right there. There's always a new character out that I I've been trying to do a lot of seed theory, so that I can open more of those dark promotions, because I do want to put more red stars on Ultron. But I need, you know, thousands of those, like 1,200, and I have like 700 right now. So we're just going to continue to open these. That'll pump up our red stars, and you know, maybe we'll get some additional things. For see, look, that's 2 4-star out of this. And just so you know, a 4-star is a 9%er, which seems like a large amount, but I mean, a 9%er and your options of getting a 1, 2, or a 3-star are, you know, we're what 87% chance to get anything under, and then we're looking at a, you know, a 9, you know, a less than 10% for anything higher. So that's 2 of those 9%ers testing out that seed theory. Believe it works? I do. I'm a believer in seed theory. It's treated me well. We got 3 more of these orbs to open before we kill our seed, so we'll continue to open them. We might as well. We got them to burn, kind of. And this will be the last one. Going out with a bang. We'll actually open 1 more. I do believe that once we hit a 1 in this middle, which is probably this. Oh, that's a low enough. So that's a 2, which proves that the seed is dead, in my opinion. A 1 or a 2 there after your 10. If you do, you know, proceed to an 11th or so, kind of tells you the seed just died. With the dead seed, that's fine. We'll move on. We can reset our seed again. But look, our Dr. Voodoo ready with a 5 red, Omega red ready with a 4 red, Echo ready if we ever get her. Magic, I kind of laxed and stopped playing on some of the characters, so I didn't quite get them where I wanted to. But you know, it's just it's a game we play, and unfortunately, real life was in my way of playing the game. In the way. I don't really need to continue to open red stars, but I do want to continue to work on getting Sharon Carter up to level 80. Only have 2 more levels to dump on her, and we still have several. I think we can probably do 2 more red stars out of that. The milestone orbs, I think is what it is. So we'll look here, and we'll go ahead and dump another 400,000 into her. I gotta spend the gold anyways to level her up, so it's not a waste to try seed theory. And this is what I do recommend if you're gonna test seed theory. Find a character you need to level up, dump exactly 400,000 into them just by doing the training modules by themselves. Now we come over here, and this is why our Ultimus food is so high, because like I said, I opened a ton of those orbs. And I'm going to scroll down because I don't know if I might have gotten enough for that 10th shard. Unfortunately, we didn't yet, which is fine. I'll move down here. We reset our seed. We only have enough for 1 more here. 1 more full seed theory. So we'll take this down to 5 orbs, and we're looking for a 10 Emma or Symbiote Spider-Man in the middle, or on this side, the 200 parts of a 4-star orb here. So that was a 10 drop, but unfortunately it wasn't one of the 2 we were looking for, so it doesn't really count. And this is why our Ultimus food is so high, because I have opened more than 700 of these orbs recently. By recently, I mean over the last month and a half. So we have lots of additional character shards. So this is the last one. We didn't get a good seed, so in order to reset, we got to go spend 400,000 again. I do want to scroll up here real quick. We did get the 10 gold orbs, which is great. which means I'll bring one more seed theory to you guys, because we can use our gold orbs to test for a new shard or for a good seed. Now I'm gonna dump the 400,000, and it's gonna level her above that 80, but only just. Perfectly fine. It'll put her at 80 where I want her, and then I can work on her gear over the next couple days as well. So I don't have to worry about leveling her anymore. And if I can get Sam Wilson, I can. It'll actually be really nice to pump these guys up to gear tier 12, and so I can use the, if I need to spend the resources on their level, I'll be able to, and it'll be useful as opposed to additional, if that makes sense. So we're gonna go ahead and scroll down here to our gold orbs, and one more reminder on the gold orbs. The reason, again, you use the gold orbs or those milestone orbs is because you're looking for the under 1%ers. So on the left and the right, they both have this same percent. Under 1% is 1,000,000 on either side. So scroll down here and see that's the million or 2,000,000 on either side. The gold, the center, you can get this 350,000, and that's your 3%er or less, or 1,000,000 as well. And I like to open these orbs because everyone needs gold. I just see I had 2,000,000 at the start of the video today, and we're under 1,000,000 now. So we'll open, and you always want to open one orb at a time. If I haven't mentioned that, but you want to open one at a time, because if this orb happens to be the right one, then I would save myself 8 orbs for the next seed theory, and I'd already be in a good seed. Now, I guess theoretically you could continue to open these orbs and keep your good luck going on this, but I like to use my good luck on the red stars. Just a higher chance of having a higher red star on any character that you're that you need them on. So doesn't look like Lady Luck's going to be with us today. We still have one more orb to open, and nope, doesn't look like it was going to be it. Unfortunately, those 10 orbs got us about 2,000,000 gold over those 10 orbs, so not a total loss. However, that will be the end of the seed theory, because we do not have milestone orbs left, and we're out of gold orbs as well. Now I do open these orbs, so a treat for you guys is just seeing the rest of these orbs get opened here. There's no reason, in my opinion, to open these one at a time. Just mass open them if you have them. Get your training materials. I always open my basic orbs. I am shooting for any dagger, whether it be this red star or... actually, I think my cloak needs the red stars. However, my dagger needs the shards. Didn't get any launch party things yet. But I open most of these other orbs, premium orbs, as I get them. Blitz orbs, we'll go ahead and open these. I don't particularly see any reason to open them one at a time, but we only had 2, so we'll see what we get. They do have gold, and obviously I needed Shang-Chi, so nice to get that. Other than that, all this purple gear. If I do get stuck on a character that I for some reason do need purple gear on, I have these orbs that I'll just go crack 10 at a time until I get it. I also open any raid orbs when I get them, and then I typically open these orbs as well. I see no reason to open these one at a time, so I do crack them just 10 at a time, or as many as I have, and just open them up. Less fun on a stream to do it that way, but the goal for me is to get through all of these things, so I can continue doing real life things, or get these things done, so that I can progress my roster as fast as possible. We don't have any additional orbs to open. We'll grab our shards out of there, and then we definitely had plenty of time to get our reset on our arena here, so we'll go do an arena. Now it's 841, probably a little high for where we're looking at. This team will annihilate us with that Loki going super quick in this Doom. The Icarus and Cersei will probably just take us out before we even get a chance to do anything. I could go into this team with my Eternals plus Cable instead of Doctor Doom, and I would technically be faster and could probably take this team out beforehand. But we're going to just look to see if there's anything quote-unquote easier. Now, the Surfer team, we could probably get through this. We're going to be faster because of our Emma. I could throw Loki on here, and I think Loki would speed up Cersei. So Cersei would go before Icarus, and then maybe get a double tap out of Icarus. So I'm not completely opposed to that. So that's what we're going to do, is we're going to find our Loki, who's not the best of geared. But we don't care about his gear. We just care about his speed, providing speed to us. We should be able to find somewhere down here. Summon God of Mischief, on spawn, fill speed bar of Mystic Controller allies, and she is a Mystic Controller. So he'll fill her speed bar, and then she'll take a turn before Icarus. And then soften everyone up a little bit so that our Icarus has a better chance of getting that double tap. So we're here, and everyone's got defense up, which is fantastic. But we'll rewind their speed bar. We get that single tap there, and I'd really like to try to get their Icarus down. So we're going to use Loki's ability here, and it looks like he resisted part of it, but that's okay. He didn't resist at all. Unfortunately, it didn't kill anyone, which is super annoying, but we should be able to, I assume, get rid of this Doom and half the other team, which we absolutely were. We're going to apply slow. Not that it's going to matter. We will stun Icarus, and since Icarus is stunned, if he doesn't die here, then we're going to just pick on the Cersei, which we did, and there you go. Deleted the entire team without them even taking a turn. And that's what this is all about, just being able to be faster. My defense has Cable in it. Now he's absolute garbage. My Cable is not built, and my Loki is nowhere near good enough. But as long as if they don't come into this team with this exact speed, then we're not losing a lot of ranks. I'm pretty consistently able to have stayed in between that 100 and 150 mark, with only needing a couple of battles to get under the 100. As you see, it took me all 5 today. I did lose once or twice earlier. I just got bad RNG on that speed team that I thought maybe I could go into and withstand it, but you can't. It doesn't happen. Raid, our war, looks like it's going well. Looks like we've pulled ahead on some points here. So I'm going to jump in and just see what the team is doing. And it looks like they're attacking flight deck, which they shouldn't be. So this is going to get somebody, Commander Hunter, in a lot of trouble here. Which I will take care of after this. That's not where we should be, and it will actually likely, it doesn't seem like it, but it will likely cause the loss of of the war for us. We have, like I said, we had one person that started. In fact, there was another attack in here that shouldn't have happened. This room is marked as do not attack. So we had Trizzle take these two, and then yeah, it looks like Hunter has decided that he can do what he wants and is attacking Mustang up here. Which, again, is likely going to cause the entire loss of the war. It doesn't sound like it, and it sounds like maybe I'm being a negative Nancy and everything, but the way that I look at it is this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wasted attacks. And you can argue, oh, but you got 40 points on it, and you were just talking about how great it was. Yeah, it's great that we got 40 points. However, I would much rather have those 8 attacks down here in Hangar or Reactor getting us 40 points towards things that we needed to kill. There's absolutely no reason, in my opinion, that Commander Hunter could not have taken any one of these teams. Really, I mean, any of these teams, especially since he wants to use his Eternals on this garbage. This Eternal team could have absolutely, or even this mix of Dagger team here, absolutely could have gone into this this reactor right here. I think the reactor, and taken out this team here. I forget their name again. Inhuman. Absolutely could have gone in here and taken out this team. This opens up whoever's in the 6th slot, which, like I said, I believe this guy was fronting and put his best 4 teams, his most powerful 4 up front. And Hunter could have gone, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, cleared out majority of this room, and have been chilling, or even come up here and attacked into Hangar. I know it doesn't look great, but again, here's a very tiny team. Literally all you need to defeat this team is your Black Bolt. Now, if his Black Bolt is on defense, that's different. He can use Zemo, which I don't know why his Black Bolt and his Zemo would be on defense. But if we look, we can find what he's got left and what's available. And I don't see a Black Bolt or a Zemo. Oh, there's Zemo right there. That Zemo could have easily taken that entire team down almost by himself. Especially since he's got Fortifier on him. Zemo's going to go first. He's going to get speed up. He's going to probably kill most of those minions just with his basic. Anyways, that's a rant. I have. I don't know why you would think, this is marked as a do not attack, so what I should do is go in and attack it. I don't understand. I love my alliance. I've been here basically since I started playing the game, somewhere around 4 or 5 years ago. When the game was in was actually in open beta or whatever it was, and I actually was playing then, and I stopped playing for a minute because the game stopped working. I guess they took it down and then launched it live, and I didn't know, and I had kind of stopped playing. And then I started picking up. Well, I was only like maybe a month late. I don't know. Was not very late. I've been playing basically every day for 5 years. And yeah, granted, I'm not a big spender or even a spender most of the time. So my roster is, not as powerful as it should be, but I kind of know what I'm talking about on some of this stuff. We're not a full clear alliance. We are a very specific clear alliance because that's the part of raid that we're in. And you see, I think this is what, Platinum 1, and this right here is likely going to cause the loss of our war. I'll let you all know tomorrow. But when you have a very specific war strategy, and it's been made known to our entire alliance several times, we have a Discord. I post in our alliance chat all the time, or often, what our war strategy is. And when somebody goes off the rails and just decides they don't need to follow it, it causes the loss of our war. Um, but all right, for real, the rant is over. Um, I have a little bit of energy. We're gonna just come in here and we'll just dump it on this Taskmaster real quick to make sure I am at the lowest amount of energy, because I am going to wrap up for the night. I appreciate everyone stopping by. Thanks for coming in. If you liked what you saw on YouTube, make sure you like, share, subscribe, binge all my Marvel Strike Force content. Like I said, just getting back yet after a couple month break from making content. So go check out that previous stuff. You'll see where I was, where I've come to. But please, like, share, binge, subscribe. Helps me get out there and provide some more content for you guys. You can listen to me ramble, and hear my thoughts on a lot of things. Also, make sure you stop by Twitch and hit that subscribe button so you get notifications when I do go live with this and some other game content, which should be on my channel. But until next time, this is Sumner 2514 signing out, saying y'all have a good one.